Alright, everybody. We did the video with Kabutops on Sunday. I hope y'all got to look at that. And today we are going to be doing the counterpart. The almighty... Oh, damn it, I bumped my mic. The almighty Lord Helix. Scott needs to stop picking the Dark Lord Dome. He is, he's against, all our beliefs and must be destroyed. But in all seriousness, In all seriousness, though, I think this Pokemon's going to do really good. Will it be as good as Kabuto? I actually am not sure, about this, because, I mean, Kabutops has better attack stat, but it did have to mainly use special moves. But I don't really remember the differences between the stats. I'm going to go ahead and re-look up Kabutops' stats, really, and just compare them to Omastar. I had Omastar's stats on screen already. Okay, so the difference is Omastar has way lower speed, but more special attack. And surprisingly, it has more base defense stat than Kabutops, which is kind of surprising, because Kabutops has 105 defense, Omastar has 125. But it does have 115 special, while Kabutops is 115 attack. So this thing has basically more special attack, less speed. It's a little more defense, but the more defense isn't really going to be as important. Yeah, I just had to look that up for my own sake. But, yeah, I think overall this might be better, I think. But the low speed will definitely cause some issues. That's actually why we're going with the plus speed minus attack nature timid. We're still going to be using some physical moves, but our attack is more than good enough to handle the minus attack nature. And our ability is going to be Shell Armor, which prevents critical hits. This is pretty much an obvious choice for an ability. Our other option would have been Swift Swim, but the main problem with Swift Swim is it relies on the rain constantly being up. I think if Omastar had a way to have the rain set up, then it would be useful, but not really going to be the best. I don't think it's worth having it on the move slot. So, we're just going to have to deal with that. Alright, so if we take a look at the leaderboard here so far, that's just where I have the timer right now. Kabutops is ranked 6th place overall with a time of 53 minutes and 56 seconds. It had only 3 resets, though, and that was one of my more rusty runs, because that was my first Fire Red Leaf Green run in months. If I had to guess where this ranks, I think this would be somewhere around Wishcash territory, I think. Because Wishcash definitely had great moves, but its stats weren't completely the best. Because I'm pretty dang worried about the speed. But I think I'll put the over-under at, probably 56? I think 56. I think Omastar might be a tiny bit worse. I might be underestimating Omastar, though. Above Wishcash, because it doesn't have the struggle moment. That is a good point. That's a good point. But I'm still kind of worried about the low speed. It might cause issues, but I'm still going to put the over-under at... I'll put it at 55. If you think I'm underestimating it, feel free to vote under. Alright. Okay. What time will I beat the champion at? Under 55 minutes, 55 to 58. I think in Red and Blue, though, I know Steve M Plays has played Red and Blue with both Kabutops and Omastar. I don't think Scott played with Kabutops or Omastar yet, but I think in the original Red and Blue, I believe Kabutops was way better just because of Swords Dance. But Kabutops did not have access to it in my run, because the tutor for that's in the post-game. So, who knows what we're up against. Alright, and I do have Axew's notes right next to me. I skimmed through basically up to the halfway point of the game. And this thing doesn't really need to go out of the way for some things. But, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, start that over. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, and this thing can definitely go minimum battles for Brock, for sure. Actually, if I remember correctly, Did Kabutops even start with a water move? I think it started with Absorb. I think I had to beat Brock with Absorb, which is definitely a disadvantage. But yeah, basically just minimum battles. Oh, and you see on our moveset we have Constrict. Constrict is normally one of the worst moves in the game, but it's going to have one use today. We're going to use it to catch our HM users. Hopefully, we can get both of them in the first trip. I mean, this is still taking a little bit. I'll at least get them to yellow health. I think at yellow health, this should be like 70% chance, maybe. Come on, Rattata. I'm so good. Honestly, I think I can afford a bite. Oh, that was cutting it close for sure. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I can pretty much just rush straight to the, to Brock. Oh, when I said minimum battles, I am going to include Light Year's Trainer just because it's pretty much a rule at this point. If you start with a water move, always fight Light Year's Trainer. He has a very minimal time investment, and he can get you an extra 2 levels in the early game. That's not really a joke. Depends on your growth rate, of course. Man, I've gotten a lot of encounters in this one patch. Plus, we do have Withdraw to boost our defense if we need to. Poison. 16 HP. That should be enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be enough. Yep, barely cutting it. Alright, Light Year's Trainer, then Brock. The Sandshrew is going to be a tiny bit annoying, though, because the Sandshrew is not 2 times weak and it could use Sand Attack, but fortunately he did not today. So yeah, see, the Light Year's Trainer did not take that long. And since it didn't take that long, we have level 9 after the Geodude, and after the Onix, we might get level 11. Pretty close. But yeah, if we didn't fight Light Year's Trainer, we'd only be level 8. And being level 10 instead is going to make a huge difference with damage output. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sell Rock Tomb. We don't need it. Potions, antidotes, paralyze heals, 10 repels. Also, Axew and I have, we've actually optimized our repel routing in this game. We're only going to buy around 10 repels in Pewter, and we're not going to buy super repels in Lavender. We're not going to buy them in the department store like we do in Red and Blue. These repels will actually last us until Fuchsia City, and then whenever we get to the tutor to teach Substitute, which most runs you kind of have to teach Substitute, I can actually buy max repels inside the mart and hyper potions if I need them. I don't have to worry about healing items. So yeah, we're basically skipping super repels entirely. Quite nice. Although, should I heal at the center? No. The reason I was debating whether I should heal or not is just because I was running low on water guns, but not like I'm going to be fighting many trainers. Besides, I have Bite. Okay. Oops. I'm going to skip the Scientist today. I do want to fight the Hiker, though. He's another one of those trainers. His XP yields are really good if you have a water or grass move, and he's very quick. There's effectively no reason to ever skip him, unless you were running, like, honestly, I think even Blastoise would want to beat him. That Rocket Grown was facing down for quite a while. Alright, I want to preserve some water guns. Oh, also, I just realized something. Stab, Water Gun, and Bite actually have the same power. Water Gun with Stab is 60. Bite is 60. So the only time Water Gun's going to do more is if it's super effective. Because they both use special attack in this game. But Bite does have the flinch chance. And we've realized in the... What run was it? I think it was a run I did offline in my Discord server. I re-ranked Raikou. Bite was actually a huge MVP move. We're not going to have it as long as Raikou did, but it'll still be useful in a lot of parts. Alright, so now the age-old question. Misty or Rival 2? We're actually going to be doing Rival 2 first because we don't really need Water Pulse for Nugget Bridge, and we're really not in a good position to beat Misty. Because remember, we're still going to take neutral damage from water moves. We got to be careful. Oh, I should have used Bite. I should remember to spam Bite on the Pidgeotto because I can always get a flinch. The 30% chance in this game. Also, a little fun fact. You see how Charmander gets Metal Claw by level up? Fire Red and Leaf Green, I believe, are the only games you get Metal Claw by level up. In every other game, it's an egg move. They did that specifically so if you pick the Charmander line, Brock is slightly easier. And here's something else I found out. Remember how Kabutops doesn't have Absorb on its level 1 moveset in Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald? I pointed this out in the video. In this game, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, Omastar does not start with Water Gun. So if we were in Sapphire or Emerald, our moveset would be Bite, Withdraw, and Constrict. That would be kind of a bad moveset for all the Dark types. Also, why was I spamming Water Gun? Am I trying to get myself killed? What I get for chit-chatting? And I'm poisoned. Okay. This is why I bought antidotes. I know people like to make fun of me for buying antidotes and paralyzed heals, but in moments like this is where I appreciate it. Oh, here's one other advantage of Water Gun over Bite. While Bite can cause flinches, it can activate Poison Point and Static, and that is usually not good. Alright, we're not gonna need a Tract, I think, but I'll just get it just in case. You can never go wrong with it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just use one potion. Yeah, I think I'll also fight the Onyx Hiker too. I mean, I don't think I'm really required to, but... Okay, that guy I did not mean to fight. Hey, it's youngster Joey. Go away. Thank you. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Kabutops actually needed Secret Power. This thing, I don't believe I want Secret Power. But I'm gonna fight this guy anyway for experience. Yeah, I don't need it. But this guy gives really good XP if you have a water move. And besides, Axiu's notes here suggest we should try and be around level 23 for Misty. I mean, I think that's mainly to make sure we outspeed the Staryu. I mean, we already pretty much outspeed the Staryu. I just want the training. Oops. Yeah, this is pretty much perfect PP routing, because guess what? I can just use Bite on the Oddishes and the Pidgeys. You know, in the original Red and Blue, Omastar really hates this fight. In Red and also with Ammonite, that Bellsprout, that Oddish trainer, he's actually one of the hardest trainers in the entire game for Ammonite. Kind of funny. Alright, let's go ahead and fight Misty. Gotta make sure we equip the Person Berry. Alright, we just spam bite for this fight. Hey, level 23. You know, it's actually fine, though, if I want to hold on to the Person Berry, because it can help in other places, but I'll probably end up unequipping it for a Cherry Berry at some point. Alright, so long withdraw. We're going to have both Water Gun and Water Pulse, just for more power points. This is a problem that I need to start fixing. Usually, if I have Water Gun on the moveset, I'll get Water Pulse and be like, ooh, immediate upgrade, get rid of Water Gun. Even though I have a move like Constrict, I probably should get rid of first. That's just how my brain thinks. I need to work on that. Alright, and Axew also says, when you get Mudshot, don't even bother teaching it. It's useless and doesn't even solve Surge. Water Pulse dunks on him. And, I don't see anywhere in Axew's notes that we need rest, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. I pretty much get the Hyper Potion every run, because I always find myself using it. Kinda like picking up, like, the Boss KO Full Restore or something. Or the Max Potion. They're basically just backup healing items, and there's not really any worries about bag space limit in this game, so it's not really out of the way, especially with the running shoes. Gotta be kidding. Hey, see, I told you the Person Berry would have a use. All I needed was a 10% confuse. Bloodshot. Nope. Alright, so before Surge, we're gonna hold on to a Cherry Berry for safety, and we'll save before him, because his Raichu will outspeed us. I probably should have waited to equip that, because Gentleman Tucker could paralyze me. I had to jinx it. Well, we're doing this without a Cherry Berry. I keep thinking it's more menu efficient. It technically is if you're not going to save for Surge, but come on. Wait a minute, did I even save for Surge? Well, doesn't even matter. Would you consider doing Tyrantron and Backport of Emerald? I'm going to be done with Fire Red and Emerald backports for now, because I honestly don't like doing them anymore for the time being. Just because I don't like doing the same game every week. Once a day every week. I really do not like it. I mean, I'll bring them back on special occasions. You did? Okay. I'm just saying, because every time I think I saved, I didn't. Alright, so in Rock Tunnel, we're going to be teaching Rock Slide in the place of Constrict. We need it for any Gyarados. Alright, then we'll need the black glasses just to boost the power of Bite. And then we'll have the mid-game to go through. Alright, yeah, this guy is also a hiker, but I don't really like fighting him. Like, I think usually once I get past Surge, I don't really just want to do random trainers just because I feel like it. Like, I'll only do trainers if I know they're good experience yields, and I know I need the experience. I wonder if I should have grabbed the backup Cherry Berry that was there. I don't think I need it. Dang, Bite one-shots those things. That's nice. I think Kabutops had a secret power, that thing. Tyrantrum even do good? I don't really know about its moveset, so I'm not really sure. Oh, flinch. I'm not kidding. I might have been screwed if I didn't get that flinch. Oh yeah, the biker boss is still good XP yields. But here's the thing, I still do not like fighting the bikers because of how often I get poisoned, but I think the biker boss is just way too good of an XP yield. I think it's worth it to suck it up. I think biker boss is like the only good person on that whole route. I mean, I think there's a person with wheezing and a muck. I mean, and there's a guy with 2 wheezing and a coughing. Those guys are really good. But other than that, there aren't really too many of them that are good. Alright, so long constrict. Get the max ether just in case. I'm gonna use water gun to save PP. Alright, so for the rocket hideout, I think just grab the usual stuff. Because we do need to buy Ice Beam too, so we gotta make sure we can afford it, plus some extra calcium. Oh, seriously? Okay, now for the 2 hardest rocket grunts. As of lately, these guys haven't really been hard. They weren't hard with Wishcash, they were not hard with Rhyhorn. Alright, and then after this, we'll go ahead and get Fly and enter the tower. Alright, and then in the mid-game, our ordering is going to be Substitute, Teach Surf, Oga, Mansion, Blaine, Sylph, Fievel, Sabrina, Erica, Giovanni, Warren, and then Rain Dance TM. Interesting we're getting Rain Dance this run. Even though we're not using Swift Swim. I mean, Shell Armor in general is just more useful. I just tried to use Fly when I didn't even have Fly. It's mainly for damage ranges on the hiker. Wow, imagine being worried about the hiker. Well, I guess we are weak to fighting, so I guess that's one reason to worry. I'm gonna get these potions out of my bag. Rock Slide. Nice. Light. Kadabra. Light. Gyarados. Light. Rock Slide. Nice. And water gun. Yeah, and 10 repels is actually perfect because we're going to end up using 2 repels inside of the Pokemon Tower. And our final 10th repel is actually going to be used on Cycling Road. Actually, Cycling Road really doesn't need one because it's not like you're stepping in the grass. Yeah, not really. I guess the 10th one's more like an emergency repel. Oh, I remember. You use it in the Safari Zone, because the Safari Zone, you have to use 1 repel, then 1 max repel, because 1 max repel is not enough. So you start off by using the singular repel, so that way you get rid of it, and then you can use a max repel. It's more money efficient that way. Plus, whenever I'm in Pewter, I just max buy as many repels as I can. I always get 3 antidotes, 3 paralyzed heals, a few potions, max out on repels. But yeah, it looks like it has to be at least 9, though, for sure. Technically 10 if I have to, like, do more stuff in Mount Moon. Like, get Thief. Oh, seriously. Well, that's what I get for trying to vary things up and use Rock Slide on a Zubat. Alright. Alright, I don't think I'm low enough of a level to avoid encounters, though. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright. I'm gonna save here in case I lose to the biker boss. I do only have Water Pulse. I'm probably gonna Water Gun the Coughings. Okay, it looks like I was right to save, because you never know if I get poisoned. There we go. Might have been a range. Alright, now we gotta go buy max repels. Alright, we only need 11, and then I can get 11 super potions. Oh, they sell super potions. That's actually more money efficient. Alright, I do not want Water Gun, and then Surf will go in the place of Water Pulse. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... I think in all my Fire Red runs from now on, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Max Potion. Just because I do end up using it most of the time, for sure. Alright, so first things first, Koga. I mean, Koga isn't really going to be that difficult for us, for sure. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use my 2 PP ups on Surf. Alright, I'm going to heal up here. I don't think I really needed to do that. Should I do some training? Yeah, do the trainers? Alright. I was trying to skip ahead and see if I need to do any training, but it does look like I need to do self-training. I'll need to go ahead and do that. Okay, I have to use the full restore. I'm out of antidotes. I mean, it is kind of my fault. I should not have been surfing the drowsies. I should have been using bite. Actually, no. Stab bite, or stab surf does more than a super effective bite. But still, I should have set up the substitute. Alright, and then after Koga, we're doing Blaine, Sylph, Sabrina, Erica. And I'm poisoned again. I gotta heal. Honestly, maybe from now on in Fuchsia, when I buy the super potions, I should buy a few full heals. I just end up using them most of the time. Okay, I better use a bite on that. There we go. Alright, so for the Blaine route... Skip Psych, grab vitamins in the mansion, fight a little of Blaine's trainers for speed EVs. Oh, sorry, Psych. That was some pretty smooth surfing, not gonna lie. Alright, so I believe... I'm pretty sure there's a vitamin on this floor. Oh. Yep. Zinc. Calcium. Iron. Dude, there's like one of each vitamin in here. I don't know if there's an HP up in here, though, but I've seen every other vitamin. By Cannon, the best move in the game. And by best move in the game, I mean it's trash. Or is it guard by Braid? Of course it is. He has everything in this place. What? You know, part of me thinks in my runs I should just pick up the full restore, but it's just too out of the way. Alright. The first trainer I know has Growlithe and Ponyta. I don't want to fight the lone Ponyta trainer. Actually, I think this guy has all speed. I don't really like fighting this guy, but he does give speed EVs. Yep. Ponyta, Charmander, Vulpix, Nope, Growlithe gives attack. Oh well, 3 out of 4. Not bad. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use a substitute as a backup strat. I am impressed that lived. Wow, that did so little. Alright, at least we get a 10% boost to our special. Alright, it looks like Axie wants us to do an early vitamin buy. Alright, let's get some calcium. Let me use the ones that I currently have. Alright, there's 2 of them in Sylph, so I'll use those, so I only need to buy 4. Okay, that does leave me kind of poor, but that's fine. I have a bunch of TMs and nuggets that I never sold, so as soon as I pick up all the vitamins in Sylph, I'll be fine. I should probably use that Carbos. I think I'll use the Sylph Carbos. Well, yeah, I'll use the Sylph Carboses. Alright, so you had to start with 10th floor Rock Carbos and Candy, fight 9th floor Scientist, take the warp to the Arbok Key Dude, fight him the Scientist above, grab protein for selling, face 7th floor, good XP. I mean, I pretty much fight most of the good trainers, but how much training do we need? I ask you, what do you suggest? Like, how much training do we really need? Like, does this thing need to do all the good Sylph... Well, I guess if I'm going around getting all the vitamins... Oh yeah, some of these Oh yeah, the Magna might give a special attack. That's good. Up to you, I'd say 46. I think I'll just fight the trainers I normally fight. I mean, I can do it pretty efficiently. I mean, honestly, in Fire Red, I think for a lot of runs, Sylph training ends up being a good idea, because a lot of runs, you're going to need to be a decent level for the league. And the Sylph training is actually very quick, and it's a very good way to get all the XP you need. Alright, 8th floor. Just this guy. Plus, most of the grunts don't poison you. That is true. Honestly, I have started to consider skipping this Scientist. I mean, he does have an Electrode, but he's kind of out of the way. Pickle. Alright, I need an, Ether. 9th floor. Yeah, that rocket I need to skip. Skip that Scientist, because he's trash. Alright, now I'm gonna go take the elevator to the 3rd floor. Yeah, Sylph training is nowhere near as useful as in Red and Blue, because the badge boost glitch exists, and often that can help you through things, plus Swords Dance is a TM you can actually use. But I think in Fire and Leafgreen it's a lot more useful. Alright, so let's see. I can't use any of the Carbos, but I can use... Alright, I'm just going to use one Calcium. Let me make sure I heal up with Hyper Potion. You know, it's a good thing most of the rival fights do not use potions. I think the only ones that uses healing items is the champion. I think every other rival fight does not use healing items. Alright, gotta get the Lapras for strength. Alright. I don't need to worry about saving for this fight. I might one-shot the Nidoqueen. Yep. I was really waiting to be proved wrong, because I jinxed everything. But Kangaskhan will be a two-shot. Called it. Alright, time for Sabrina. Alright, we don't outspeed the Alakazam, though. But I don't think it's going to be that bad. This ain't Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where, you know, she has an Alakazam with Energy Ball. Also, I know Surf is going to have a more effective power, but for the Psychic types, I wanted to use Bite. I don't know, just in case I get a flinch or something. Yep, there we go. Alright, Erica next. I'll need to buy Ice Beam, too. Actually, I think it'll be quicker to go to the mart here to sell things. Alright, let's see. Calcium, HP up. Alright, that's all I need. Alright. I'm assuming I'm going to teach this in the place of Rock Slide. I forgot the coin case again. Oh, it says do not teach it right away. Alright, Erica time. Erica is going to get completely destroyed, I think. Let's see, do not teach it right away. We need Bite to make Slowbro easier, plus Bite lets us have more consistent damage on the Cloyster. Alright, sub. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling something would live. But I got a flinch anyway. Alright, Giovanni time. Let's see, B level 64 at the start after using all the candies. Okay, so I should definitely do some Giovanni trainers. Okay, Rain Dance after Giovanni. I'll get it after Giovanni. Just because I'm already here. Thanks for the reminder, though. I said I skimmed through the notes, but I did say I only skimmed through the first half. Alright, cool trainer Warren. We gotta respect him as one of the best NPCs, but he's not gonna be good today, though, obviously. Just because we have a water type. For Rhyhorn, this guy was actually kind of difficult. Alright, so our moveset for Lorelei, Surf, Rock Slide, Bite, Substitute. Our same moveset. Alright, and then we'll need to get Rain Dance before we enter the league. Okay, so I'm going to spam Surf on this guy here. I'll have 3 Surfs remaining. I can just use a Max Ether. No point in saving either. Giovanni's going to get destroyed. I outspeed his Dugtrio. I think the Dugtrio has 107 speed in this game. It's fast, but not as fast as me. $105, okay. Interesting. Sabrina's Alakazam is faster than Giovanni's Dugtrio. That's interesting. Alright, Rain Dance. You know what? Oh, God. May as well get the Warden Candy, too. Do I have 10 candies? I do. Okay. I'll be level 64 at the start, at least. Yeah, actually, I was going to. I just wanted to make sure I had 10. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes him easier, too. Plus, we're already at our minimum level. Plus, when we beat the rival, we might get an extra candy out of it. Yeah, plus we're still at 0 resets, 0 blackouts, which is really good. I mean, Omastar is very good. Yeah, there's definitely a chance I was underestimating this Pokemon for sure. I just thought the low speed would be kind of bad, but us being timid nature and using some Carboses definitely helped, for sure. Plus, one of the good things about Max Repels is they take longer to wear off. Yeah, I mean, I've actually thought if the Damn it. I actually wondered if the Max Repel strat could work in Red and Blue, but I don't think it would just because you have to go into the department store anyway for a Pokédoll. So you may as well just get the Super Repels there. Yeah, this thing's doing really good, Dominic. Alright, so let's see. On Lapras, Rockslide Dugong twice, Substitute, then Bite, Cloyster, and Slowbro twice. With Black Glasses, Slowbro's a guaranteed 2-shot, even with an Amnesia. Oh my god. Oh, and here's a neat little trick. I don't get to show this off often, but... Am I gonna die? Hail stopped. Okay. I was gonna say, if the Cloyster actually dived underwater, I could actually use Surf on it for double damage. Yep. First reset. Then again, I did get 2 Rock Slide misses in a row, so that really wasn't my fault. They'll probably change once it gets bad luck on Lorelei. Axio. Substitute. Yeah. Dude. Oh my god. I'm literally just losing to Rock Slide misses. This is it's literally the only reason I'm getting resets. It's just Rock Slide misses. Okay, yeah, Rock Slide into Bite's a good idea for that. Why you didn't learn Hydro Pump? I already have Surf, and I need my entire moveset. Hydro Pump is not going to help in the league at all. Confuse Ray? Dude, quit missing. Yeah, interesting now Lapras is playing dumb. Alright, Hiker. Before the Hiker, teach Rain Dance over Bite. Alright. Hiker, substitute, and then Surf. Rain Dance on the second Onix. Yeah, the reason we're going to need Rain Dance is because the fighting types have very good special defense, and they will survive. And we're weak to fighting, so that's not good. Agatha, substitute, Surf, Rain Dance. And then Lance, teach Ice Beam over Rain Dance. Come on. Come on. There we go. We cannot learn Brick Break, and Rollout is not a TM or anything, so we cannot get that. Alright, Lance. Ice Beam the Gyarados. This allowed us to get past Gyarados with just 2 Dragon Rages in the face. Ice Beam the Dragon, Surf Aerodactyl. You've got to be kidding. Okay, my ranges were not as good as I thought. Maybe I should have mixed a Bite in there, so I think that was probably my fault for that. It would have been funny if you got an Omni Boost and lived in Red Health. That would have been funny. I know Ashley suggested equipping a Citrus Berry, but I forgot to get one. Oh, level 67. Executor's a guaranteed one-shot. Good thing you did that math, Axu. Convenient. Surf the Rhydon. 68. Now that's going to be an even bigger guarantee. Oh, God. Aw. No liking the fight today. I just didn't expect the Alakazam to break the substitute, because usually it likes to either use Calm Mind or Future Sight. Dude. Alright, at least I can reset the sub up for free. Reflect? Wow, you're stupid. Oh, God. Rock Slide. That did, like, nothing. Ice Beam. Rock Slide. Ugh, dude. This Alakazam's being good. Dude, Alakazam, quit being good. I think I'm gonna use 2 Ice Beams. Dude, this thing... What? How is the Alakazam this good? It also has a chance to use Future Sight, too. I've never seen it use Future Sight. Once. Okay, it's using Psychic like every damn time. Seriously, I don't want to believe the Citrus Berry actually made a difference here, because the Citrus Berry would not activate after a substitute. I think I'm just getting super unlucky. Because if that thing used Future Sight or Calm Mind, it would be sort of like a free knockout. Because it also views Future Sight as a decent attacking move, too. That's what he should be doing. Oh my god. Alright, I get... Oh, crit? Okay. 53-28. Blame Axew, he jinxed it. Yeah, Axew, how dare you. Dude, 5 of these resets were on the Champion. Champion gave me 5 resets. His Alakazam was brutal. Like, I still have never seen it once use Future Sight. Maybe it's because Future Sight's only 80 base power. Psychic is 90. So maybe it's just detected Psychic would do more damage. Honestly, I have an idea. If I had gotten the Mystic Water, Alakazam would have been a one-shot. And I would never have needed to worry about it. But, I need to have time to do other things today, so I'm just going to stick to this one playthrough, but it is still a very good playthrough. But having a Mystic Water would guarantee the one-shot, and I wouldn't have had those resets on Alakazam. But other than that, it did really good. But, good news is... Oh, nice. We actually beat Kabutops by like 30 seconds. I could have beaten it by a much larger time if it weren't for that Alakazam. Alright, we were level 68 with 6 resets. Real time of 53 minutes and 28 seconds with a game time of 3 hours, 9 minutes. First playthrough. Also, Lorelei. Yeah, Lorelei wasn't actually too bad compared to the Champion. But yeah, even if I did have the Mystic Water, it would not have solved Lorelei at all. True. Lorelei's also luck. Yeah, Axu, it's my job to jinx these runs. But anyway, there is the time right there. But yeah, check it out. 5th place overall. It barely beat, or no, it barely beat Kabutops. It was slightly faster than Pinsir's 2nd run. That is interesting. Like, I think the main difference, even though Pinsir isn't as good of a Pokemon on paper, it has access to Bulk Up. Omastar had no setup moves. And Pinsir's in the slow level up group, I believe, so it was only level 60, but it finished the game with the same number of resets. Like, having access to Bulk Up, Rock Slide, and Return and Break was really, really good. But yeah, it did fall behind Raikou, though, but that's honestly kind of expected. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow. We'll be doing Leafgreen with a random species. And then starting next week, here's what the schedule is going to look like. Sunday will be a video. Monday through Thursday will be a random solo run. And Friday will be the other solo run that's paired with the video. And then Saturday, I'm hoping by next week we can actually have the backports back. I gotta ask Steve and Ike if they're ready to do a crystal backport. I think if we got no resets, it would be sub 50 for sure. I don't know though. I don't think the resets cost 3 minutes. Maybe they did, but that's kind of a luck-based run for sure. But yeah, and so right now I'm gonna stop the stream and continue editing the video for Sunday. Next week is gonna be Pokemon Black, so Shadow Stitch is definitely gonna be happy about that. And later tonight in my Discord server, since I re-ranked Suicune and Raikou, before the week of Leaf Green is over, I want to make sure I re-rank Entei. Because look at Entei's result. 19 resets. This was a first playthrough done almost 2 years ago. That can be a hell of a lot improved than that. I mean, Suicune and Raikou only have 1 reset, which was nice. But anyway, I will see you all later.